I chose to do a week-long fast, a complete fast, so I had no solid foods, only juices and water and some broth.
I did a 21-day juice fast.
I did a 21-day fast. It was a liquid fast, so mostly juicing beets, carrots, celery, and apples.
Well, I did a fast in which I didn't eat dinner or snack afterwards. I decided I would continue it until God answered my prayer.
I went on a 21-day media fast where I cut out all secular entertainment. So no Facebook, no TV, no music, just email for twice a day, once in the morning and once at night.
Together with Sandra and Ryan, we did a 7-day juice fast, and we just juiced vegetables and fruits for the 7 days.
Well, during my fast, God really answered my prayer because I was fasting for Yadira, for her situation with the breast cancer, and I wanted her to be able to find a hospital, that would take her. And so I really definitely feel that God led me to Warren at this time. And we spoke to Warren like on a Sunday, and then Yadira was able to see a doctor the following Tuesday. So I know that it was God who intervened.
The week leading up to the youth retreat, I spent all the time that I would have normally spent eating and snacking in prayer, reading the Bible, thinking, writing notes, and asking God just to invade and just cover all of that. And so as I did that, I felt just such a clarity, and that God was really leading me in what I was going to share with the youth, the scriptures that I was going to use, the things that I was going to talk about, the activities that we were going to do. And not only for the youth that I was going to be leading, which is important, but I knew without a doubt that God was convicting me and He was speaking to me. And that's exactly what I had prayed for. Just that God would speak to me, that I would have a personal encounter with God, and then I could go from that place and share that with the youth.
God taught me to be very dependent on Him during the fast. There were days where I would be very hungry or thirsty or feeling very weak and tired. And the minute that I would open my Bible and read or start praying, all of those feelings of hunger and weakness would immediately fade, and I wouldn't even think about it. I would have a burst of energy and I wouldn't be hungry. God allowed me to be God showed me that He is completely in control of my life and completely in control of my being and my health, and that was a lesson that was really pretty cool to learn through the fast.
I think one major way God taught me during the fast was that you can seek Him in many different ways. Reading the Bible, praying, worshiping, but also through other people, through sermons, through books, through so many different avenues that are available.
God taught me during this fast a lot about dependence on Him and not taking life for granted, that life is just very, very fragile.
During the fast, we also were on the youth retreat, and there were a couple of times just when we were having our personal devotion time where I was just reading God's Word and praying and just being out in nature with no distractions, and that was one of the most powerful times that I've experienced God speaking to me and just hearing from Him and His Word.
Yes, I would really encourage people to fast because I think when you fast, you begin to realize the need to have the Word.
Yes, I highly recommend people to fast. I think it gives them an opportunity to allow God to speak to them in ways that everyday spiritual life doesn't necessarily allow. I think it really empties yourself to allow God to really speak to you and for you to really hear God.
I'd recommend that people do a fast or try a fast or continue to fast. It's biblical. Many of the great Christians of history did fasts, and I found that it was just a good benefit for me.
It's good to take a break away from the things that we're so used to doing, just to spend more time with God, and really you find that you can go so much deeper when you do take those things away.
I would absolutely recommend that anyone who is a Christ follower fast, and I would just have one caution, that when someone decides to do it, that they check their motives, that they understand that it's not some kind of magic formula to get God to do something, but God does see our hearts. And even if we're not fully sure of what it's all about and what to expect, just that we obey God, because this is something that Jesus talked about. He talked about it as something that Christians must do, not just something that is optional. So when we obey and when we make that sacrifice, God really meets us there, and there's blessing available to us that we wouldn't be able to discover otherwise, but we have to take that step of faith and do it.
I am definitely joining this fast this year.
I plan to join the church in the 21-day fast. It was a good experience in the previous fast, and I think a corporate type of fast is just a good idea, and I would love to just be a part of that.
Yes, I am going to join the 21-day fast because I believe in it, and I know that I really want to encourage others to do it as well.
Being a newlywed when the fast starts, I think that it'll be an amazing opportunity for us to really start our marriage seeking God first, and to really have a solid foundation of this is a biblical principle that we can incorporate into our marriage on a regular basis. So I can't imagine not doing it with you guys this year.
Yep, I'm going to join the corporate fast. I think it's a great idea that we're all going to be doing this together.
I'm really excited to join the church on the 21-day fast. I'm really excited to see what God does through the church and in my life, and looking forward to it.